going on, everybody? Madden 21 ratings week continues today as we have all the defensive back ratings that I'm going to go over in this video. Got some player reactions too that I'm going to throw into the video. Now, yesterday we got running backs and we got pass rushers. I did that video. There was some crazy ratings in that one. I'll link it below if you haven't seen it yet. There's some crazy ones today too, honestly, in my opinion. We're going to go over all that. Now, keep in mind, tomorrow the full ratings come out in the afternoon sometime, so I'm going to have that video up for you guys tomorrow. If you don't want to miss it, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon so that you don't miss that video. Also, we got some gameplay possibly coming next week as well. Now, we just hit 280. I mean, you guys are just nuts. You guys have just been doing the most, and I appreciate it. I appreciate all the inspirational comments as well, so keep it up. And if you haven't seen the second channel yet, up on the screen here, put a video up last night, got a new video coming today too, so go check that out if you're interested in EricRayweather. Now, without further ado, let's get into the ratings today. Now, we already know 99 club member, most of us know Stephon Gilmore is in the 99 club. So here's a quick video of him reacting to that after finding out that he was indeed in the 99 club for Madden 21.
Hi, this is Gabrielle Gilmore, wife of Stephon Gilmore, and we just found out that he got in the Madden 99 club, and we're here to surprise him. Come here, Giselle. When Daddy comes, you gotta give him a big hug and show him what you have, okay? Say 99.
99.
Hey.
Daddy.
Hey.
99 club.
Show me necklace.
99.
You're in the Madden 99 club.
99 club.
Look what we have for you.
Oh wow. Wow. 99.
99?
Hold
He's
on,
almost 100.
It is almost 100. Wow, who would have known? A little kid from Rock Hill. Wow. You look good on me. Wow. Surprise.
Thank you, Daddy.
Okay, so there you have it. So you can see Stephon Gilmore, a beast. Definitely was the best cornerback last season. Didn't get beat very often. He's been one of the better cornerbacks we've seen over the past few years, actually. So it's about due for him to finally get that 99 rating. I don't think too many people would disagree with that one. Now, here are the top 10 cornerbacks, and this is where people are going to definitely disagree. I think cornerback rankings are one of the main ones where people always disagree because everybody feels like their team has a top 5 corner, it feels like. So here's what we have. Jalen Ramsey at number 2 at a 94 overall, so significantly lower than the top spot. Then you got Sherman at number 3, I think a little questionable. I think he's still top 5. I don't know about top 3. Then you got Jair Alexander. Definitely a solid cornerback, a really good cornerback, but this is where I think a lot of people start really disagreeing with the list. You got Tre'Davious White finally getting some love in the top 5. Then you got Marlon Humphrey, Casey Hayward, Byron Jones, Darius Slay, and Patrick Peterson. So, you know, just for my LSU boys, DBU, you know, I know every school thinks they're DBU, but let's be honest, it's LSU. I'm sure you guys are going to comment below and disagree with me and say, oh, Eric, Ohio State's DBU. No, Eric, you know what? Actually, Alabama's DBU.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this.
And then you're going to have the real weirdos like Eric, you know, Florida's actually DBU. Like, Florida's got like 2 good cornerbacks in the league. Let's pump the brakes. But we got Tre'Davious White and Patrick Peterson in the top 10, my LSU boys. But this is where people disagree with a lot of the list. So, again, I don't really care as much about overall rating because I don't think it really means that much. So, like, Tre'Davious White, I see a 90, and I'm like, okay, in my mind, if I'm just thinking what number suits Tre'Davious White's play, I'm more of like a 93, right? But again, he's going to play probably just as good as all these people up there because he's going to have the man in the zone ratings, he's going to have the play recognition, and he's going to have an ability, he's going to be an X factor like he was last year. So, for me, he's going to play as good as those top guys. But what I look more so is kind of just where they place among the other cornerbacks. I don't really look at the overall that much. So when I say, okay, Tre'Davious White's in the top 5, I feel like that's respect. I feel like he's definitely a top 5 guy. Now, I would say if it was up to me, I'd probably switch him and Sherman. I think the way Tre'Davious White especially played last year, I would say more of a top 3 guy. I believe he was first team All-Pro as well. So I would probably flip-flop them. Jair Alexander, really good. I don't know if I feel like he's top 5. He's close. Again, it's all opinionated, right? I think, Marlon Humphrey, you got Darius Slay, who a lot of people feel like he's too low. I feel like Patrick Peterson, you could say, is too low because definitely on the more downside of his career for sure, not in his true prime anymore, but 88 and being the 10th best guy seems low. I feel like you're not going to convince me that there's 9 guys playing the cornerback position better than Patrick Peterson. I just don't buy that right now. But I'm sure you'll let me know below which ratings you disagree with. Now, there's always a ton of snubs, right, when you think top 10. I know everybody, especially my Saints fans, are going to say Marshawn Lattimore. I love Marshawn Lattimore. I think he's a beast. I don't really know if he's top 10. I think it's debatable. I definitely think it's debatable, but he's not like this super lockdown, never messes up guy. He has his bad games. Yeah, we've seen him have his bad games, especially when this man plays Adam Thielen. I don't know what it is about Adam Thielen. Don't get me wrong, Adam Thielen's a bad boy, but my God, Marshawn Lattimore just can't do anything with Adam Thielen. That's like one guy that he just can't do anything with, it seems like. But, there's other cornerbacks. I can't think of them all off the top of my head. But I think this top 10 is pretty decent. It's just shuffling who you think goes where and what rating you think goes with what guy. But that's what I got to say about that. Now, let's go to the safeties. Now, here's one I know a lot of people are going to disagree with this one too. Now, I think Harrison Smith being the number 1 guy, I think that's right. I feel like the last few years, he does it all. Like, he can play some slot, he can play in the box, he can play center field. He's just a beast, right? Then you got my guy, Tyrann Mathieu. Again, here's why we're DBU. Here's why. Because, look, we got Mathieu and we got Jamal Adams in the top 3. Beast, just flat out beast, right? We got 2 top 10 cornerbacks. We got 2 top 10 safeties. I mean, I'm just saying, right? Quality over quantity, right? But anyway, I feel like I'd probably put Jamal. Sometimes I feel like Jamal's the best in the league, but I'm not going to argue with Harrison Smith. I would maybe have Jamal over Mathieu, but Mathieu really was balling out last year, was a big reason the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. He was making some plays. You got Devin McCourty, he's just been solid for a very long time. I like Kevin Byard in the top 5. I actually like this, because I feel like this guy has not gotten his respect the whole time he's been in the league. I just don't feel like he's gotten a lot of respect. He's just been really solid over the last few years. But here's the thing. Is Eddie Jackson not a top 5 safety because he had a little bit of a down year? I don't agree with that. I feel like Eddie Jackson is a beast. But then you got my guy Derwin. He's a beast as well, but he was hurt last year, so they probably dinging him a little bit for that. Only played a little bit of the year. Justin Simmons been really coming on, a really good safety. Obviously, Micah Hyde has been good for some years. Earl Thomas feels a little low. Obviously, again, another example of a guy that's past his prime, but he's still a beast. 88 feels kind of low for Earl Thomas. I don't know that I can agree. Same with Patrick Peterson, right? I don't know if I can agree that there's 9 safeties better than Earl Thomas. I just don't know about it. But here, you've got some other guys that you could say are snubs that aren't in the top 10 at all. I think one guy that comes to mind is definitely Anthony Harris. I mean, you were giving Harrison Smith love, but Anthony Harris been balling out. I mean, this guy is definitely, I feel like, playing like a top 10 safety right now. But again, when I look at the top 10, I'm like, well, who would I take out of here? I don't really know, because these are all very talented guys. But Anthony Harris, in my mind, certainly is a top 10 guy. So somebody has to come out. I don't really know. Like I said, I feel like Earl's too low. Maybe Micah Hyde is the low man on the totem pole. Micah Hyde's a beast too, though. So it's like, it's hard for me to, like, with a lot of the rankings, it's hard for me to disagree with the guys that are in the top 10. Now, the order you could disagree with, but there's always those few guys on the outside looking in that you're like, man, they kind of deserve to be in there as well. So let me know who you think is kind of getting snubbed below. Here, we're going to look at some of the reactions from some of the players here. So first off, we've got Derwin James. He just says, I got to hit a little bit harder. I need that enforcer ability. I mean, we know the enforcer ability is just, it's ridiculous in Madden. I'm pretty sure it's coming back this year. Derwin James, I'm with you, man. We need to get my guy some enforcer. And here we got Kareem Jackson saying, Madden ratings and Pro Bowl voting are pretty much the same circus. And he might have a point there. I mean, Pro Bowl is definitely, I think, worse, but Madden ratings, I think it's about stirring up conversation. It's about getting hype for the game. So when people get mad or get happy at the ratings, all it does is just create hype around the game. And I think that's what EA's big motive is with the way they put out the ratings now. You got Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, saying disrespectful. Jamal Adams is 92 on Madden. He's at least 95. At peak, he's 97 to 98, period. I don't want to argue. Hey, man, I don't really disagree with you, Matthew, because y'all are both my LSU DBU guys, so I'm not going to go against you guys. I agree with it. And then we got Darius Slay saying, facepalm, I just need my 90. 88 seems a little low for Slay. Slay's been a beast. I agree, man. Give my guy Slay the 90. Slay is definitely one of the top cornerbacks in the league, without a doubt. So those are some of the reactions. I'm going to do a full reaction video probably over the weekend as all the ratings come out, like I did last year, getting some video clips and tweets. It's going to be one big reaction video, so make sure notifications are on so you don't miss that. That's always a good video. Now let's look at speed for the corners. Here we go. Of course, Dante Jackson. It's another DBU guy. Now, we'll be fair. Dante Jackson's not like a super beast in the NFL. He's a decent cornerback, but he is the fastest rated speed guy here. And you could see, Denzel Ward. A lot of the same names you're used to seeing. Shaquille Griffin, guys like that. Anthony Brown. Now we're going to look at the man coverage ratings, and of course, Stephon Gilmore, 99 with the 99 man coverage. Jalen Ramsey at 95. Jair Alexander, 93. My guy Trey White up there with the 91. You can see Sherman in the 90s, and then when you get to Patrick Peterson, now you're in the high 80s. I feel like give my guy Patrick Peterson that 90. 89 just, I mean, we know Patrick Peterson. He's locking up man-to-man. Let's be honest. He's a little old, but he's still locking up man-to-man. But that's your man coverage. They haven't released the zone coverage ratings for whatever reason yet, so I don't know what the zone coverage ratings are. I don't think they're releasing it right now. Now let's look at the play recognition, and you can see this is an area that Sherman actually beats out Gilmore, the 99 compared to Gilmore's 98. You could see, kind of rounding it out, you got Jalen Ramsey there, Mike Hilton with the high play rec, Patrick Peterson, Tre'Davious White with the high play rec, and Justin Coleman coming in at number 10 with the 88 play rec. He actually had a pretty solid year himself. And last but not least, the hit power for the big boys. Jamal Adams. I mean, dude, with DBU, we're everywhere. We got high ratings all over the place. I know y'all probably getting real aggravated with this at this point of the video. Just messing with y'all. Not really, but kind of. Anyway, Jamal Adams with the 96 hit power. Keanu Neal, 95. Harrison Smith, 93. Then you can see Derwin James up there with the 91. Derwin James, 91 hit power, but no enforcer. So what gives EA? It looks like he's got elite hit power, but he needs that enforcer ability too. I think he deserves it. You got Kenny Vaccaro, Josh Jones, Trey Boston rounding out the top 10. So those are the defensive back ratings. Like I said, tomorrow, full ratings. Make sure you're here. Go check out the new channel, ERW, if you haven't yet. Got a new video going up in a little bit. And as always, I will see you guys next time.